Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another video. Alright, today we're going to be watching another death battle, another one that's just came out. I can't remember. Among Us. Among Us versus Fall Guys, which is a wild one. Normally it's like two characters, you know, from a franchise, but this one's just literally the name of the game. So, yeah, I couldn't even begin to guess because there's no fucking power scaling or anything with these guys. Like, and, you know, it's a game. I sit and play them. I walk around as a weird, chubby blob monster on Fall Guys, and I walk around as a psychopathic murderer, or just a guy trying to do his job and getting murdered on Among Us. So, I think in terms of power scaling, I don't know how they're going to do it. But you know, I'm all here for it. We're about to learn. As for who I think's going to win, genuinely, I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. I haven't played. I had a go on Among Us a little while ago with my mates, and that was like the one and only time I've played it in like 3-4 years since it was super popular. Whereas I've played Fall Guys quite a lot. I re-downloaded that not too long ago, and I've been playing that quite a lot. So purely because of that, I'm gonna go Fall Guys because I've played that more and I've had more fun with that recently. Although, when you get a full squad on Among Us, there's, I swear, I shit you not, there's like no more, there's the fun you can have with that. It's so good. And the fact that they added a bunch of like new roles and shit like that, it's really cool. But purely on the fact that I've played Fall Guys more recently than I have Among Us, I'm going to go with Fall Guys winning. There's no logic behind it. I just so happen to play that game more. So that's my theory. But that's all it is. Just a theory. There's only one way to find out who's going to win, though. Let's go. All right. Oh my god, that was loud. Holy fuck.
The year was 2020.
Oh, what a year.
As we all experienced the most viral sensation in recent years. It was Among Us.
Oh, such a good game, man.
The biggest news that year. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle.
In the lonely dark.
I was going to say, like, and the only thing I can think of is, like, the Among Us guys are, at least the imposters, are more adept at killing. But then again, in Fall Guys, you can grab another character and just sort of, like, condemn them to death by just chucking them outside the barrier, or like force them to get hit by something. Yeah, I'm sticking with Fall Guys.
Aboard a malfunctioning vessel, a peculiar.
I made my bed. I will lie in it.
Astronauts must work together to save their souls from a quiet demise.
Tons of stuff could go wrong at any moment, and it's up to these colorful clowns to fix it. Impressive, since their spacesuits don't seem to have any arms.
Oh, that's not actually a suit. That's just how they are.
Wait, what? Ew, why?
More on that later. The tasks they undertake to save their ship require varying degrees of difficulty and skill. It may not take much to reconnect some wires in the cafeteria, but it certainly does to clear asteroids when your ship is moving faster than light.
If that's not a suit,
Pretty impressive.
then why do they have a cafeteria when they don't have a mouth?
At any point, these creatures must draw from medical training, electrical skills, and
Boomstick. He's out here asking the questions that everybody's wondering.
mechanical know-how.
Okay, but it's total chaos, so teamwork is key. They gotta spread out and trust that while they're all swiping cards, they have each other's backs, right?
Well, success is always uncertain, as though fate has placed some external force that stands between this species and their survival.
There's an imposter among them! I mean, among us! But not us, though, right, Wiz? Right?
For the 9th time,
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
an imposter.
That's just what an imposter would say! They're shape-shifting aliens! They could be anyone! Or any mad scientist in a lab coat!
The imposter threatens the pack and pushes them towards extinction by any means necessary. Anything from damaging lights to wrecking the ship's reactor.
Which can be tricky to fix in time. Even though imposters are naturally skilled at crawling through the vents, the crewmates need special engineer training to do the same. so not all of them can McLean it up.
All while the imposters conceal their motivations and infiltrate the herd. The others always know something isn't right, and the imposters use that paranoia to motivate their prey into ejecting each other.
That's so fun, man.
Just
Such a fun game.
Sus.
Oh god, don't use that. Red sus.
Yeah, Wiz is the imposter.
Although I will say, I never really play public lobby because, holy shit, I haven't played it again, and I haven't played in a long time. But when I used to play like public lobbies, it was just like 2 of us, and obviously we can't have a game with just 2 people. You know, you start adding randos, and oh my god, I've never seen more brain dead, stupid humans in my life. I'm convinced some of them are AI with the way they go on. It's insane. You literally like. It got to the point where if I found a body, I would just leave it. I'm like, there's no point, because the second I report it, it's up, self-report. Or if you start blaming, like, one person could just be like, yeah, it's green, which is often the color I was. And it would be like, all right, cool, yeah, green sus, yeah, yep. All hands? Sweet, yeah, no problem. Get them the fuck out of here.
He does seem to know an awful lot about these aliens. And just to put it out there, it isn't me.
That's a good point. Have you ever heard him say sus?
No. What do you
I
mean?
heard that
Knowing a lot
before.
is literally my job.
I can kill ear canals.
Ah, jeez, fix your mic, dummy.
I agree with the metal bowling ball.
Well, I knew the sussy baka from the start.
Sussy
And
baka,
again,
what the
just
fuck?
to be very clear, it isn't me.
Same here.
Oh, come on. Anyone could be the imposter, Boomstick. It's completely random.
Random starts with R and so does... Oh, I know who it is. It's always the red one.
Wait, what? But it isn't me. It isn't me.
Oh, right. There's usually 2.
Yeah, there is.
imposters.
Dear God.
The imposters aren't just tricksters. They're also hunters. Bloodhounds tracking and assassinating crewmates when they least expect it.
They'll snap their necks, stab them with a knife,
Just
shoot 'em
blow
with
their
a
brains out.
eagle, or use their frickin' tongues to impale their faces. Oh, God, right through the visor.
They may look like they're wearing spacesuits, but that's not a visor. That is their actual face. Examining their cross-section reveals their insides always match the color of their bodies, and that they are comprised of exactly one large bone, which must mean their ability to walk is entirely
all?
muscle-based. Their whole
Sorry.
anatomy is one unsolvable mystery.
Ew, they've got human toes, buff arms for no reason, and can stretch like Mr. Fantastic? What are these freaky things?
No one knows. They don't even exist within the same realm of mortality as you or I. Even if one of them is killed or ejected into the lifeless void of space, they return as a ghost.
Oh my god.
Invisible, incorporeal, unable to communicate with the living, but nonetheless still among us.
Even beyond death, they can plot the demise of other crew.
Or become guardian angels for the living by literally shielding them.
That's gotta be one tough shield, because remember that Desert Eagle they holster? Apparently, that thing also fires a laser that can rip apart whole planets. Good God!
Oh my god.
To split this planet apart like that would need over 10 non-million tons of TNT.
A number so incomprehensible you'd have to multiply 1 billion by 1 billion. Twice.
More than enough to annihilate Earth over 160 million times. Which seems like overkill for the,
Yeah, just a little bit.
vampires they were fighting.
Right, the crew has crossed over with a variety of other universes. Fortnite, Vampire Survivors, Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, the classics.
Including this Henry Stickmin guy.
I love that game.
Maniac with a surprisingly wide and wacky arsenal all the crew can have.
Desert Eagle-eyed crewmates will find Henry's weapons throughout the ship, like a banana bomb, a teleporter, a ninja star, and a magic pencil that can bring drawings to life.
These
My God, I
creepy
haven't-
Teletubbies can sketch
I haven't even
whatever
thought
they
about that
want
game in
into
so long.
existence, and they're suddenly everywhere I look now. Where's these little trash can people are freaking me out.
In a strange way, all of this makes sense for this fascinating species. In the face of insurmountable odds, something inside tells them to band together no matter what, to use all the tools available and try to survive again and again. On a ship, on strange planets, anywhere they may be, in spite of anything that may be going on in the world. They either fix what's broken or face certain doom. But no matter what, they do it together.
Together.
You fucked it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Alright, Fall Guys, come on.
Welcome to the bright, colorful world of the Blunderdome! Natural habitat to these lovable little beings known as the Fall Guys, who race each other through fun playgrounds with nothing.
Could you imagine if this was real, though? How fun would that be? And minus the whole death, acid kind of stuff falling to your demise.
As if drawn by
You know,
natural instinct,
get rid of all of that.
hurtle over barriers together
Something like this would be so fun in real life.
Tests of strength, agility, and mental fortitude.
And it's pretty impressive considering how elaborate these bounce house courses get. How do these weebles wobble through it?
With a shocking level of innate parkour mastery that otherwise hasn't been seen since 2006. But honestly, not many of the beans make it. And only one can be crowned the winner before everything starts all over again.
Which makes for some very friendly competition, like survival of the fittest, but for a bunch of
Oh,
beating
I hate
purposes.
people like that.
Just grab, shove, and slam into each other to make it out on top, or even roll up into a ball and launch across the course. Self-preservation be damned.
And over time, the beans have evolved to higher
You
levels
curl up
of,
into a ball?
let's call it imagination. The engineer Digi invented the
I don't think I've ever done that.
so the beans could start making and designing new obstacles and challenges for themselves, as well as additional tools like wrecking balls, wind-up boxes for punching foes, and even translators that make their nonsensical language intelligible.
But even at their best, they're still just flinging themselves over these obstacles like a bunch of drunken lemmings.
This species seems to have a biological urge to navigate these courses for one singular purpose: get that crown.
I mean, if I could be king for a day, I'd push you off a cliff right now.
Very funny. Get away from me.
Things in the Blunderdome can
Oh,
get
I can relate to
wild.
that so
We've
bad.
seen these goobers get smacked by giant mallets and fall into actual hot lava, but they always pop back up at the qualification stage later, completely unharmed. Somehow.
These remarkable
Damn near
creatures
immortal.
have demonstrated some dumbfounding durability, such as getting struck by meteors. That's a hit anywhere from 18 tons of TNT to 15 kilotons. But they still get right back up to Rube Goldberg themselves straight through another obstacle course.
On top of that, they were hit with the Big Bang and came out the other side completely fine. Wait, what? Did I just say the Big Bang?
Apparently,
Why
yeah.
explode the meteor? Who cares? Their suits are basically indestructible.
Boomstick, I hate to tell
It's
you.
not a suit.
No,
Those aren't really...
don't say it.
Those aren't actually suits. That's their skin.
Oh, man. People were getting weird back in 2020. Didn't they have better things to do?
With only arms, legs, and eyes, there must be some genetic mechanism inside the beans that causes them to be self-sustaining. Though after some dissection, it's unclear. This is an official image, by the way.
Oh my
I know
god.
what's more upsetting, that skeleton or the fact that these jelly beans are 6 friggin' feet tall.
Imagine bumping into this thing in a dark alleyway.
That'd be so fucking terrifying.
Thank you.
So, this means
same size
when
as
you
me.
start the game, you're just flat out naked? Just swinging away. Beans in the wind.
But I don't think I have a
Strange such
creepy
nakedness would be allowed,
skeleton.
considering what's actually
I hope.
happening is the Fall Guys are contestants in a non-stop 24/7 game show, the ultimate knockout. Yeah, that's what's actually happening here. So what might be misconstrued as some sort of migration cycle is really a brutal, never-ending gauntlet that takes advantage of their tunnel vision.
So, it's like the Truman Show mixed with Wipeout and Naked and Afraid. What happened to them being just colorful cartoon beans?
And they survive to keep playing the game no matter what. The game makers have said that when the beans fall to their death, they feel a moment of displacement, serenity, zen-like detachment from all worldly and physical bonds. Then they pop back onto the podium to celebrate their achievements. That's an official quote.
They've
That
also
is so
said they're
fucked up.
strong enough to rip someone in half and can stretch their bodies so far they pass beyond the observable universe.
Oh god, the Twitter feats.
Oh yeah! January 18th, 2022, 9:14 a.m. The Fall Guy stretched so far he exited the universe as we know it, and then he kept going.
Speaking of universes, the Fall Guys have seen dozens of guest stars from other stories and have learned from their cultures, like flying around in the TARDIS of Doctor Who fame, wielding He-Man's power sword, launching Ryu's iconic
That's
Hadouken,
not bad.
or
Give them
even
all of
just
that.
becoming Pac-Man. They just become Pac-Man. They're Pac-Man now.
Wiz, I know
I
we've
wish
seen
I was
some
Pac-Man.
crazy things on the show.
Life would be
but
so
these
much easier.
6 feet tall jelly bean monsters eat food through their feet. What are we about to rot upon the world? Is this cute and
God, it's like a
reality and
fucking,
endless
what is it, a
void of
butterfly?
darkness and
That like
despair?
tastes through their feet or some shit like that?
Disturbances too catastrophic for the human mind to process? A vicious cycle on this blue marble surrounded by mouthless, dead-eyed beings.
Pretty much.
Ah, cool, let's see them fight.
No. That is pretty cool.
Gotta play that mobile
I
game.
don't. I like Marvel Snap, but I don't want to. No.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle.
Yeah, I'm sick with Fall Guys. They literally seem like, you know what they remind me of? Minions. That's what they remind me of. That the Minions like movie where the girls like trying to like torture them, the English villain girl, and they're literally like stretching them and torturing them as much as they can. Those things, those little bastards, are like damn near indestructible. But actually, no, I think they are actually indestructible. Ooh. Sitting hugging each other like shit. Alright, it's a lot more brutal than what I remember. Nice, now they're here. I like the way they've done this, it's pretty cool. Oh my good god. Oh, come on. Boy's thick though. I give him that. Don't get the crown, my friend. Oh! Nice. Oh my god. I told him, man, these things are like incredibly immortal. Oh my god. Is he after the crown or is he after... I can't tell at the moment. Nip into the TARDIS, why not? Now you can tell this is like a one... I normally don't pause it during this, but you can just tell this is a one-side effect. This reminds me so much of Naruto versus Sasuke in the Final Valley, like the last ever fight. The imposter is so hell-bent on killing the Fall Guy, just like Sasuke was hell-bent on killing Naruto, whereas Naruto was just wanting to stop Sasuke without killing him and sort of, you know, give him a fucking slap over the head and just be like, you're bad. You've been bad. Yeah, it's such a one-sided fight. He's trying so hard to kill him, but... The Fall Guy just couldn't give a flying fuck. He said, I just want the crown, man. Just leave me alone. I'm not having that. Oh my good god. He's used the crown to kill him. Yay! You gotta ruin it with a Fortnite dance, huh?
Oh, when's the next episode? This is my new favorite show. Move over, chimp crazy.
We broke this down into 3 categories: offense, defense, and the bizarre. Let's start with offense.
I mean, the bogus Among Us could blow up planets, not to mention moving faster than light to hit all those planets in one shot. It's kinda out there, but no Fall Guy has ever done anything like that. The crewmates clearly get the edge in offense.
Though that impressive power matters less when we look at defense.
It's crazy how much damage the Fall Guys can walk off. They survived anything their course threw at them, took hits from meteors, and most importantly, survived the Big Bang. You know, the explosion that blew the whole freaking universe into existence?
It's
easy edge for the bumbling beans.
We can even go a step
pretty impressive,
further.
I guess.
Both of these creatures have demonstrated various forms of invulnerability and death negation, like how the Fall Guys could always pop back up for another round, or how the crewmates became ghosts when they die. However, only the Fall Guys had a viable counter. Only the Fall Guys could ensure that their foe stays dead.
Pac-Man, they can become Pac-Man, who, you know, eats ghosts.
Brilliant.
Which leads us to the truly bizarre stuff about both of these beanie freaks.
They could both stretch their bodies to absurd lengths, but only the Fall Guys stretch beyond the observable universe in a matter of minutes. In fact, if we take these posting times literally, that would mean the Fall Guys can stretch at speeds over a quadrillion times faster than light.
I don't know, Wiz. That feels like a bit of a
Stretch.
Wink.
The crewmates did have plenty of answers to the Fall Guys' hijinks, like a magic pencil sword to fight off He-Man's power sword, or how they could potentially hack Digi's creations.
But the overwhelming amount of stuff that the Fall Guys have access to just dwarfs the Among Us crew's arsenal. I mean, Hadoukens, TARDIS, just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, the
I want a
spaceship crew had
TARDIS.
few deadlier weapons
Fun that
on them,
would be.
but the Fallen Guys had too many options that could not be countered.
The crewmates may have been cunning and dangerous, but the one-track-minded Fall Guys just wouldn't go down.
Making sure the losers of this fight were no longer Among Us.
Oh no, we never found the second imposter!
Ah, damn it, I knew that stupid robot was sus.
Sigh. Nice. Alright, well, looks like we were correct in that one. Again, purely by me playing Fall Guys more than I play Among Us. But actually watching the breakdown of it and everything, and I was really curious as to how they were going to give them like a power scaling and shit like that. Like, I get obviously the tasks and stuff that the Among Us guys had to do, and the absurd level of resilience that the Fall Guys have of literally just getting up no matter what they are beaten with. But I never thought that they would use, like, you know, like when you have the little winning animation where he gets hit by a meteor, or I don't follow Fall Guys on anything. Like, I'm not that into the game. So I had no idea about the whole, you know, stretching constantly, even though obviously it's just a stupid gag thing, but, you know, take everything you can get and then give it some more, and that's how you get a death battle like this. Yes, I will 100% take that. Hell yeah. Looks like we were correct once again. The score being something, because I don't keep count, but I'm sure I'm definitely like probably maybe 80-20, 80% correct, 20% incorrect. I'll take that, motherfucker. I will take that all goddamn day. Yeah, it was a really fun one, a really interesting one. I most certainly wasn't expecting it, because again, this is like a franchise versus a franchise, rather than like, obviously they're using the characters in that, and they're all the same character, which is obviously the Among Us guys and the Fall Guys. So it worked, but I don't think I've ever seen one where they've done that. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed it. And I hope you guys did as well. So if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help massively, and I do massively appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.